In this lesson, we will discuss exercise 2.1 and 11th part of question number 1. In this part, again, we will use binomial theorem. So here I have written binomial theorem for you. In the same way, we will operate our question. So the question we have, function of x is equal to x raised to power m. So again, in this question, we will use 4 steps. First of all, I would say that y is equal to x raised to power m, and this is my equation number 1. So step number 1 is taking increment on both sides of the equation. So here we have y, it will be y plus delta y, which is equal to x plus delta x whole power m. Then we will take this y to the right hand side of the equation, and the sign of this y will change. Here it is positive, so here it is negative, and this is my equation number 2. Now I said y is equal to x raised to power m, so we will put this value, I will write down, put the value of y from equation 1 into equation 2. So it would be then delta y is equal to x plus delta x whole power m minus x raised to power m. So we did our step number 1. Now in step number 2, we will solve it further. So step number 2, I will write down here, delta y is equal to x plus delta x whole power m minus x raised to power m. So here see, this power of m belongs to x and also belongs to delta x, because this is the whole power. It means we can take x raised to power m common from here, though x is not here. But why I have taken x raised to power m, I will let you know in the next step. So if I will take x raised to power m common, so here we have 1 left plus delta x divided by x, because we do not have x here, whole power m minus x raised to power m. So now we will consider this one term and this complete is one term. So in both terms you can see we have x raised to power m. That is why I have taken this x raised to power m as common. So now we will take x raised to power as common between these two terms. Here we have 1 plus delta x over x whole power m minus, we have taken this as a common, so only 1 is left. Now we will apply the binomial theorem on this part. Instead of a we have 1, instead of b we have delta x over x, and n is equal to m. So how I will solve this for you? See, this delta x raised to power m will remains the same, and here is m0, this is nc0, right? And then 1, instead of a we have 1, the power of 1 is m minus 0. Instead of b we have delta x over x, and the power of this is 0. Then mc1, and the power of a, here we have 1, m minus 1, and b is delta x over x, power is 1. And then we have mc2, and the power of a is m minus 2, b is delta x over x whole square, so on, and then we have a negative 1 as well here. We will solve it further. This x raised to power m will remains the same, and then this mc0 equal to 1 always, this is also 1, and if you have a power 0 of anything, that is also equal to 1. So mc1, it means m divided by 1 factorial. If you want you can write down, otherwise no need. The power look, m minus 1 is the power of 1, so it is also equal to 1, and then delta x over x, plus here mc2 means m into m minus 1 divided by 2 factorial. This will be 1, and here we have delta x square over x square plus so on minus 1. We will solve in the next question. It will be 1, right? Okay, I will solve for you. Here we have delta y, which is equal to x raised to power m, and this will be plus, and then plus m delta x over x means 1 factorial is 1, plus m into m minus 1 divided by 2 factorial into delta x square over x square plus so on minus 1. This is positive 1, this is negative 1, these two cancel each other. Now we have left m into x raised to power m delta x over x plus m into m minus 1 divided by 2 factorial delta x square over x square and plus so on. So see, here we have delta x here, delta x here. So delta x we will take as a common. So here we have only m over x and plus m into m minus 1 divided by 2 factorial. There are two delta x. One I have taken as a common. So one delta x is still there. It will be plus so on. Now our step number 3. And in step number 3, divide both sides by delta x, and this is delta y here. So we have delta y over delta x, which is equal to delta x over delta x, x raised to power m, m divided by x plus m into m minus 1 divided by 2 factorial delta x over x square plus so on. So this delta x will cancel this. What is left? I will write down in the new slide. So we have here delta y over delta x, which is equal to x raised to power m, and here we have m over x plus m into m minus 1 divided by 2 factorial delta x over x square plus so on. And now is our final step, which is step number 4. In step number 4 we apply limit delta x tends to 0 on both sides of the equation. So here delta y over delta x, limit delta x tends to 0, which is equal to limit delta x tends to 0 x raised to power m over x plus m into m minus 1 divided by 2 factorial delta x over x square plus so on, right? So when we apply delta x tends to 0 on delta y over delta x, it would be del dy by dx. Here wherever you will see delta x, you have to put 0, so there is no delta x, m over x will remains the same. But here we have, okay, I can do m minus 1 divided by 2 factorial. This is delta x 0 and then x square plus so on. So 0 multiplied by anything, it will convert to 0. So this whole part is equal to 0. What is left? X raised to power m into m divided by x, which implies that, see, these two bases are same. There is no power, it means 1, so it will be x raised to power m, and when I will take this power in the numerator, the sign will change, x raised to power m minus 1, or I can write down m before, or if you want you can write down both are same. So this is the answer. Now you have to practice it. If any point is not clear, you can ask me. Subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.